Hey guys, I want to do a short video about gold, frankincense, and myrrh. And to start it off, we're going to read a little bit from the Bible, the Gospel of Matthew, chapter 2. And we'll start with verse 6, which actually is a fulfillment of the prophecy of Micah of chapter 5, verse 2. And it reads, "And thou, Bethlehem, the land of Judah, art not the least among the princes of Judah. For out of thee shall come forth the captain that shall rule my people Israel." Then Herod, privately calling the wise men, learned diligently of them the time of the star which appeared to them, and sending them into Bethlehem, said, "Go and diligently inquire after the child, and when you have found him, bring me word again, that I may also come and adore him." Who, having heard the king, went their way, and behold, the star which they had seen in the east went before them until it came and stood over where the child was. And seeing the star, they rejoiced with exceeding great joy. And entering into the house, they found the child with Mary his mother, and falling down, they adored him, and opening their treasures, they offered him gifts, gold, frankincense, and myrrh. And the end there is a fulfillment of the prophecy from Psalm 71, verse 10. And so, what can we learn from these gifts, which were worthy gifts for a king, and the King of Kings at that? So what can we learn from using gold, frankincense, and myrrh as a form of liberty in our own right? So let's start with gold. As we have in the U.S., and well, much of the world, but in the U.S. specifically, we have $20 trillion worth of debt and hundreds of trillions in unfunded liabilities. So as a form of protection against the hyperinflation or even a simple inflation, gold is a good hedge about that. And I would encourage looking into acquiring gold and even silver. And even in a deflationary scenario, while many asset prices will decrease, gold may still be a good asset to have. Though cash would probably be the best thing to have in a deflationary situation. But either way, gold is a good way to kind of preserve your wealth is a hedge about anything greatly unexpected, as who knows what to expect when we have such massive debt in the country and in the world. Moving on, frankincense. Frankincense is we use it in the form of an essential oil, and while the Food and Drug Administration may not approve of certain things, there are ways that people do use them. And that would be for arthritis, cartilage issues, scar tissue, ulcers, wounds, depression, healthy immune response, as a painkiller, anti-inflammatory agent, coughs, nervous tension, skin care, wrinkles, disorders of the uterus, fighting cancer. And there are many other uses, more than what I said here, but that's a good introduction to frankincense. And as for myrrh, also the Food and Drug Administration may not approve of certain ways to use it, but people have used it to address antimicrobial, oral cleanliness, healing of wounds, strengthening immune system, anti-parasitic treatments, skin improvement, thyroid function, fighting infection, improving emotional state, cellular healing, and fighting cancer. And here is myrrh essential oil right there. And personally speaking, I've used frankincense as a painkiller, but my favorite way to use it, and I use it most often, is when I have headache. I use it in the form of a blend. And my wife has used myrrh for improvement of thyroid function, and she's actually reversed hypothyroidism blood levels through this, and actually by cutting out gluten during pregnancy. So we have used them personally, and I will say this with actually both of those, frankincense and myrrh, you could see in the Bible as used in the Old Testament of the holy anointing oil and following the incense with that. So these things have been around since the beginning of recorded history, and I encourage looking into it. And then with frankincense and myrrh, they actually work synergistically with each other. So when you put them together, they work greater than the sum of their parts. It's another thing to look at. So while I'm not going to be selling you any gold, I will encourage, if you're interested, to reach out to me. I can get you samples of frankincense and myrrh, and I'd be happy to send them out because they work for us and hopefully they'll work for you. So in closing, I'll also put down in the description, I had an article on the website. It's called The Essential Oils of the Bible, and it's a little interesting thing you can look at and see the ones that are most frequently used in the Bible and how you can use them today. So that's about it. Gold, frankincense, and myrrh. While the Federal Reserve and the Food and Drug Administration may not necessarily approve, people do, other people use them, and we encourage you to look into it. So that's about it. God bless.
Stay